one of the main issues that I had with MK11, and I don't know if it's completely present in Street Fighter, but I have noticed that Street Fighter has continued to adapt this particular mindset throughout its games, is when you do certain moves, there's a punishment window that takes forever, and you can punish it. That's pretty much how most like powerful Street Fighter moves work, it seems. Like this move right here. Oops. Not this one. The Dragon Punch. Or Shuriken. If Ryu blocks that, he has all the time in the world to punish. And like kind of think about what you want to do when you block that. Like while you're blocking it, you can literally think about the punish. Watch what happens when Ryu blocks this. Look how long you have, and look how minus it is. It's minus 26. So on top of having forever to block, sorry, I'm still trying to get used to the Dragon Punch. The Z input is like really difficult at first. Yeah, so you've got forever to block. Now, the Ryu has kind of something similar. His isn't as punishable, but you clearly still have time to block the EX. And the EX usually has like some big property like invincibility or armor. Certain moves have armor. So let me just show you real quick. See how you have forever. Look. And he's minus 41. Look at that. That's a punish, right? So the reason why I'm talking about this is because the reason MK11 is so... Oh, I'm kind of new to Street Fighter, and this is more kind of an all-encompassing video. It's less focused on if these facts are 100% true. It's more focused on just the idea. So basically what I was saying was, when I block this, I have plenty of time to punish. Like, if you see here, look how much time I have. He's in the air, and he's minus 41, right? And he's in your face, right? So this is getting punished. Like, a little kid could punish this, right? Like, there, I'm punishing it there. Like, I didn't even do the combo, but like, clearly I'm gonna get a hit, right? He's not going to be able to press after this. See? Like, I even get a crush counter, apparently. Well, do I get a crush counter? I don't know. I don't have, like, complete understanding of Street Fighter yet, but the whole point that I'm trying to make is that when Ryu does this, he's getting punished. And this was one of the main issues I had with MK11, is that there's a lot of moves that either break neutral or have very strong properties, and they just don't get punished. So I'm gonna go ahead and move over to MK11, and I'll use that as an example, or I'll use certain moves as an example to explain my point. Now to quickly talk about MK11. So MK11, it's pretty simple. You got moves like this, that you block it, and they're so far away. Like, she's minus 23 here, right? But if you're in the middle of a game, and you're playing neutral, and you block this, like, you have to react pretty quickly. Like, you're so focused on something else. Like, maybe Katana's gonna toss a fan, maybe she's gonna do whatever, right? Like, a very easy fix to this would have been to make her minus 30. Like, or make it to where she's right in your face, right? Like, either they're not very minus and they're right in your face, or they're really minus and they're far away, so you can still punish. And this is one of the main issues. This is one of the main reasons Fatal Blows don't get punished, because they have crazy knockback and they're not minus enough to be punishable. If they were like minus 60, like Frost Cell Siphon. Let me show you Frost Cell Siphon. I meant Scarlet Cell Siphon. This move is extremely punishable. It is minus 53, right? So even though Scarlet doesn't move, you have so much time to punish, it doesn't matter, right? Like here, you're getting a punish, right? And the reason why this is important, and this is why MK11 is scrubby. Like, I I don't know how much else to say. Like, this is why MK11 is scrubby, because you've got characters doing stuff like Jade doing a nitro kick from full screen. Or not full screen, but mid-screen, right? And having a mind game off of it. Like, look at this. This is a mind game. Is she gonna amp or is she not gonna amp? This is dumb. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna blow up MK11 because the rose-colored glasses are off at this point. This game is the most neutral MK game I've ever played. But the reason why we tolerated MKX and MK9 was because it wasn't sold to us as a neutral game. It wasn't told, we weren't told, hey, you're gonna focus on footsies and neutral in this game. There were no lies told. MKX, we knew what it was. MKX was a 50-50 fest. It was a pressure fest. We knew that, but we weren't told, hey dude, we're making this a neutral game. Focus on neutral and MKX. MK9, we weren't sold those bill of goods either. But in MK11, we were sold those bill of goods and then given moves like this and Aaron's forward 4 where it's -8 on block, but it breaks neutral. And that is my biggest issue, is like these moves back in MK9, when you did moves like this, they were like -60 and there was no mind game. Well, not 60, I'm over exaggerating. It's like -30 or something. Like Sub-Zero slide was like -30. You were getting that punished. Street Fighter, from what I've experienced so far, outside of maybe a few moves, I think Cammy's dive kick is an example, or her spiral arrow is an example, where it's really minus, but I don't think it's punishable, and it kind of breaks neutral a little bit. But there's no mind game behind it. Like, you block it and that's it. Her turn's over, right? You are getting your turn back. MK needs to take a page out of Street Fighter and a page out of MK9. They need to make moves more punishable again. They need to make it to where when you do a teleport, you roll up into a ball in the air and you're -40. You know, -30. Just like MK9. Like, we need to go back to that type of game. Like, I hear people say this all the time. They'll say things like, well, MK11, you know, MK was never a neutral game. Yes, it was never a neutral game, but this game was sold to us as a neutral game, and it's clearly not. You've got characters flying across the screen, defying neutral, and not being able to get them off of you because they removed things like armor and like actual defensive options while standing. So, that's my issue, and I hope that NRS takes a page out of Street Fighter and really thinks about these things, makes moves more punishable, gives you more time to think about your punishes, so when you block, like, you get rewarded for it. People don't squirm their way out and just mash down 2 when they're minus whatever. How minus is this? Yeah, they mash down 2, they're -21, because you're waiting for the amp. Like, no, get that shit out of here. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just ridiculous. Like, that is not a neutral game. It's not. Anyway, I'm out. I'm done. I'm gonna rage more about this game. I literally only have it installed to explain why Street Fighter is a superior neutral-based game. Because, again, I'm not bashing MK11 for what it is. I'm bashing it because it was so... It looks like a neutral game and people call it a neutral game. But it's not. It's clearly not a neutral game. Anyway, I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Subscribe for more.